What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, if you guys been rocking with me for over a year, about a year ago, I did a story. Well, a little over a year ago, I did a story that made national headlines, and it was about this woman right here. This woman that you see locked up is Susan Lorincz of Ocala, Florida. Reason why she's locked up, this woman had some neighbors, and she wound up shooting this woman here, nicknamed AJ, real name Ajike Owens. And she was the mother of some children that were outside that were subjugated to a bunch of racial abuse from slurs and physical violence, to some degree, to where Miss Owens went across the street to talk to Miss Lorincz, in which Miss Lorincz shot through the door and killed Miss Owens. There was a lot of people upset out there about that, and they should be. Under no circumstances at all should anybody be, in this day and age, be subjugated to some type of hate crime or racial epithets being thrown at them, especially children. This story right here really upset me, and I'm gonna try to be a good boy in this story. But she's basically, this is the reason why I'm doing this. I forgot about the story yesterday. I was supposed to do this yesterday. She went to court, and the defense has been granted or allowed to exclude certain things from the trial. And when you hear these things, because the trial's coming up this summer, when you hear the stuff that's excluded, it's mind-blowing that they even allowed that to happen in this case. Take a look at this stuff, man, and we'll come back and talk about it. Man, the justice system full of shit. Look.
Susan Lorincz, the woman accused of shooting and killing a mother of four, wants some evidence to not be brought up in trial, including some of her interrogation.
Lorincz is facing a manslaughter charge in the death of AJ Owens. West 2's Sanait Gabrigadis read through more than 100 pages of new court documents, and tonight Lorincz told detectives she thought Owens wanted to break into her home and kill her.
Yeah, and that's what detectives had a hard time understanding. They said they examined the house and saw no way of the door breaking down. And when they tried arresting Lorincz, she allegedly refused and said, quote, "I don't care, kill me." Investigators say some of the things she told them were just not matching with their evidence. New court documents show how detectives accused Lorincz of having some gaps in her memory and denying accusations. She told investigators that Owens was pounding on her door for what felt like 5 to 10 minutes and said, quote, "Owens was someone who was really angry." She called 911 before she allegedly shot and killed Owens. But detectives said they counted about 2 minutes between the call and the shot fired. They said neighbors did not hear Owens say anything about wanting to kill Lorincz, just that she wanted her to come out and talk about the way she treated her kids. Investigators say Owens was not armed, nor did she ever harm Lorincz. It's why they questioned what made Lorincz shoot through a closed door that didn't have a peephole. At one point, they even asked her, what if it was an officer outside the door, or if the bullet hit the child who was with Owens?
Are they still able to have a conviction without the racial slurs? I think so. But I think that based on what the family has told me, they are very disappointed that the true facts don't come into the case.
The lawyer for AJ Owens' family, Anthony Thomas, says a guilty verdict will help bring some closure. Lorincz does not want some evidence to come up. The state says it'll leave out accusations of using racial slurs toward AJ's children, saying in part, it is not absolutely necessary to proving an element of the crime charged.
That's how AJ gets across the street, knocking on the door, because Susan was calling them racial slurs.
But prosecutors say they will include everything else that Lorincz wanted out, such as detectives searching through her phone, some statements Lorincz said during her interrogation, and when she refused to listen to officers while they tried arresting her. They said in part, it can arguably be interpreted as a realization that Lorentz's actions in shooting the victim were unreasonable and she was going to be convicted.
Susan doesn't want those things to come in because it points directly to her character.
The next pretrial hearing is set for July 10, and the trial could start as soon as July 22nd.
Hey guys, that's the story of Miss Lorincz, Susan Lorincz, 58 years old, racist as hell. And I got to be honest with you. I don't see how they even allowed that to happen, because all of that stuff they wanted to get pulled and got permission to do it is what makes the case. It's crazy how somebody can do something to somebody that was trying to resolve a conflict, hence come to some type of agreement where they, as the person that then didn't offer anybody else a chance to explain themselves or come to an agreement, get a deal. That's a deal if you really think about it. It is. Did you hear the bullshit excuse that the court said? Regardless of what's taken out, we have enough to prosecute her on the fact that she killed the person. It's not enough. People like this need to be outed. You agree or disagree? Seriously, this woman is dog shit. And let's go over some of the stuff that she got permission to exclude from the trial. Number one, racial slurs and actions towards Owens' children. That's the reason why the lady went across the street. You heard what the lawyer said. She went across the street, knocked on the door. This lady fired a gun through a door while she was on the phone with 911, like her life was threatened. She wants that, take it out. She threw something and hit the son in the shoulder, the little boy in the shoulder. That's what started the whole thing. And she was saying all of the racial slurs and stuff. And it was neighbors and stuff outside. Know why she don't want that? Besides what they said, what the lawyer said, it shows testament to her true character. The reason why she don't want that in there, and I want you to listen to me closely, it eliminates a lot of what? Witnesses. Remember when I did the story, they had eyewitness testimony of what happened and what was going on out there, because it was a lot of bedlam and craziness. So neighbors was outside and seen it. So that negates all of the neighbors from coming forth and talking, because they say, hey, if you're a neighbor, you can say, hey, I got to counsel her running around saying the N-word and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? To these children before. And most of what? The people that was out there that was witnesses was what? White. They trying to take the color thing all the way out of it. But that's the main reason why these children was under verbal assault and different things, her chasing them with brooms and stuff like that, and her killing AJ Owens. Make it make sense. That's the main thing that needs to stay there, because that's the main reason why this happened. How you make it make sense? See, the only reason why they feel as though they can pull that out and they said, oh, we got enough to convict this lady, because she admitted to shooting this woman. Then what's the second thing they want to take out, y'all? Detectives searching through a phone. Your phone is your own personal property. You got a lot of stuff in there you might not want people to know, regardless if it has something to do with the case or it doesn't. I think our phone had a lot of stuff in it. Because you remember in the first part of this, when we first did these videos, when the story first broke out, she was doing phone searches and every kind of stuff. She went and brought a gun to shoot this woman. Y'all remember that? She went and brought the gun a couple of days before she shot the woman. She's getting smoked no matter what. But the stuff that they said, they don't want that out. And I can't believe they're not allowing that. That makes the case of why they're in court in the first place, because she didn't like them children and she didn't like the idea of this lady knocking on her door trying to resolve the conflict. Did you hear what it said? Said the woman was unarmed and just wanted to talk to her. Here's the other thing. You notice she said when the cops came, in fact, we'll get to that. Let's get to the third point. The third thing they're going to take out of the thing is some of her statements during the interrogation. She told on herself multiple times. She said a lot of stuff that was unsatisfactory in her defense. When have you ever seen a police interrogation not be played in court? Or, oh, you can't say certain things. It came out of her mouth as to why she did the crime. That right there is another part that's key that they're trying to leave out. They're trying to leave it to where this woman get the minimum of whatever. They just worrying about her shooting and killing the woman. Man, what the hell is going on out there in Florida, man? For real, this is bullshit. Then this goes back to what I said we'll get to in a second. This part blows my shit. Refused to listen to the officers. What did she tell them when she wouldn't come out? I don't care. Kill me. You peep that? She tried to use a stereotype with a stereotype. If you really pay attention to it. She told the cops, kill me, I don't care. Like cops go out and kill you all the time. Other stereotype was she tried to play that stand the ground law. Remember that? She tried to play that stand the ground law. She tried to make it like Ajike Owens came over there with that angry black woman type of sentiment. She came on that type of vibe. So she had no choice. See on the phone, setting it up. Huh? She been knocking on my door like 5 to 10 minutes. She's trying to kill me. You hear the door knocking. She shoots. Like she ain't have no choice. What did they do? Detectives went and looked. No evidence of forced entry. She knocked on the door like a normal human being. She tried to play that role. I think this woman right here, one of them people that watch the news and figure out how she could do the perfect crime or whatever, and she used the whiteness. Let's keep it real. She used the whiteness and thought, okay, I'm an old white lady. Here comes some black girl with a whole bunch of kids. The kids are all over. I'll say they was doing this, they was doing that. They're tearing my stuff up. Normal problems that people perceive is the problem with black folk. No dad around. Oh, she came over there mad. She was trying to kill me. She's violent. Y'all better fucking pay attention. You better pay attention out here because people are crazy. Everybody has a warped sense of reality nowadays. She tried to play this woman to make this woman like she was the attacker, but it was her the whole time because she had vitriol for them children in addition to the woman. Because this is not the first time they had gotten to it or exchanged words before. That's why she went and got the gun. Part of this was planned already. For you nowadays to be a white person and come outside and say some racial shit to some children and don't care who sees it, that say a lot about you. And now you want to cover that fucking shit up in court? When what you did was unlawful, you need your ass beat. She got gaps in her story. You need gaps in your motherfucking teeth. For them lies you told, somebody's mom and somebody else's child is dead because of you. They said they don't know if the trial going to be January 22nd or not. Depending on my schedule, it'd be nice to go down there, but I don't know what's going on with this Maddie Soto case. But I'm telling you, when this channel gets to growing, I mean, it's growing at a steady pace. When we get to a certain amount of subscribers and I can take off from my job of what I'm doing right now, you're going to see something. You're going to see this channel go to new heights. We're going to start traveling all over. We're going to be going down here. I'm going to be covering all these damn stories because this is fucked up. It's messed up. Claims to have gaps in her memory about the event. It wasn't that long ago. Everybody remembers something traumatic. You don't remember shooting a woman, a black woman that was trying to kill you? You ain't do nothing? You don't remember that? She claims she had gaps in the story. She had gaps in the story after the event. Traumatic, she can't remember. You the one causing the fucking drama. Who we fooling here? I'm done. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This woman need her ass bent over, and that whole family of Ajike Owens need to wear Timberland boots and kick their foot right in the fucking ass. I'm out.